old brick walls, they stand the same, whispering a forgotten name on cobblestones where we once ran before the hurried world began. A hazy sun, a chilling breeze rustles through the autumn trees, and in the dust a faded line, a relic of a younger time.
I see the faces clear and bright, bathed in a golden summer light, and hear the sound of careless schemes, the currency of youthful dreams, a promise made, a song we sang when every heart was wild and young. A fire burned within our eyes, beneath the endless hopeful skies.
And now I walk with the ghost of yesterday. Its silent footsteps lead the way. It speaks in tones I understand, a language lost to time and sand, a bittersweet and hollow sound on this once consecrated ground, the haunting tune of what has been, a silent solitary scene.
The storefronts wear a different face, no sign is left, not any trace of the old haunts we used to know. Where did all the magic go?
And in the glass a stranger stare, with silver threads within his hair. He looks at me and seems to plead, to plant a new and hopeful seed. But seeds can't grow in hardened clay, and yesterday won't fade away. It's etched into the very stone, a story that is mine alone.
A fool will try to turn the page and fight against the coming age, but time's a river cold and deep, with silent promises to keep.
And so I walk with the ghost of yesterday. Its silent footsteps lead the way. It speaks in tones I understand, a language lost to time and sand, a bittersweet and hollow sound on this once consecrated ground, the haunting tune of what has been, a
solitary scene.
A silent scene. The ghost of yesterday fades in the gray, and walks away. You're given bricks of passing time, some crooked, some are truly prime. You're given mortar made of choice, a silent and a heavy voice. Each morning when the sun ascends, the lonely, quiet work begins to build a shelter from the storm, to keep a single feeling warm. Are you the architect of days, lost in a self-constructed maze? Each window that you frame with care decides the light you'll have in there. Each door you place upon the wall will echo when you hear a call. So build it strong and build it true, for no one lives in it but you. You find a blueprint, worn and old, a story that you have been told by those who built their house before and locked and bolted every door. You try to follow every line to make their grand and safe design, but your own bricks don't seem to fit, not even just a little bit. And maybe all the cracks you find are not a failure of design. They are the stories you have earned, the painful lessons you have learned. They let the wind and music through. They make the structure truly you, a broken, beautiful sunlight and the gloom. It's you. Life is but a single word, a fleeting sound so briefly heard. You shout it out into the gray and watch the sound just fade away. You think it's gone, you think it's lost. You calculate the final cost of one small breath, a moment's choice, a single solitary voice. But in the canyon deep and vast, a future's born from out of the past, and your small word begins to grow, an echo bouncing to and fro. It changes shape, it finds a friend on this long journey with no end. The truest measure of your name is the echo that remains. It wasn't in the oaths you swore, or in the trophies that you bore. It was a hand you held in need, a quiet and a selfless deed, a kindness that you thought was small, that no one ever saw at all. But that's the sound that travels best and puts the loudest shouts to test. And you yourself are just an echo too, of voices that have passed on through, from those whose names you'll never know, who planted seeds so you could grow. You are a note in one long song that's been playing since the world was young, and you must sing it clear and true for the one that will echo you. But in the canyon deep and vast, a future's born from out of the past, and your small word begins to grow, an echo bouncing to and fro. It changes shape, it finds a friend on this long journey with no end. The truest measure of your name is the echo that remains, through the sun and through the rain. quiet room, the sun is low. The dust motes in its final glow. The world outside a hurried stream, lost inside a waking dream. But in this hush, a truth I find that leaves the noise of life behind. A single thought, a gentle flame, the silent echo of your name. I've walked through crowds on city squares and breathe the cold in different airs. I've heard the words that people say to pass the time and fill the day. They build their walls of hollow sound on empty and uncertain ground, but none of it could feel the same as the silent echo of your name. And oh, it settles in my soul, the story that has made me whole. It isn't loud, it makes no claim. It doesn't play a fickle game. It's in the rhythm of the rain, a solace for the hidden pain, a constant and a steady aim, the silent echo of your name. We met when stars began to weep, while all the weary world was deep in sleep. You didn't speak of moon or sun, just saw the person I'd become. You looked beyond the mask I wore and opened up an unseen door. And since that moment I became a keeper of your silent name. Some search for love in grand designs, in poetry and rhyming lines, in gestures bold and fortunes won, beneath the bright and burning sun. But what we have is woven light, a beacon in the endless night, a truth too pure for fame or shame, the silent echo of your name. And oh, it settles in my steady aim, the silent echo of your name, the echo of your name, a gentle falling rain. Again, and again. Cannot force a seed to grow. You cannot rush the winter snow. You cannot tell the sun to shine. It has its time, and you have thine. You pull the weeds of doubt and fear, and water soil with hopeful tears. You learn to trust the dirt and roots, and wait for slow and steady fruits. So tend your garden small and wild, with all the patience of a child. Don't curse the bloom that comes too late, or envy your neighbor's gate. For in your hands you hold the key to what your little world can be. A quiet place of green and grace, at your own time, at your own pace. The winter comes a sheet of white, and hides your work from plain sight. You think that everything has died, there's nothing left for you to hide. You stare out at the frozen ground, without a movement or a sound, and faith becomes a fragile thing as you just wait and wait for spring. But deep beneath the frost and ice, a silent secret sacrifice. The roots are working in the dark, they're leaving their eternal mark. For growth is not what's always seen, it's in the moments in between. The quiet work, the patient trust that turns the sleeping seeds from dust. So tend your garden small and wild, with all the patience of a child. Don't curse the bloom that comes too late, or envy your neighbor's gate. For in your hands you hold the key to what your little world can be. your own pace, at your own pace. In this quiet place, full of grace. You learn the smile, you learn the nod, the silent and the faithful fraud. You learn the lines you're meant to say to get you through another day. You paint a face for all to see, the person that you'd rather be. So confident, so self-assured, a sickness perfectly endured. And oh, the mask we wear is thin, it barely holds the soul within. And in the quiet of the night, beneath the pale and lonely light, you take it off and trace the cracks, the roads from which there's no way back, and wonder if there's anyone who'd love the face the mask is from. You're in a room of laughing crowds, your voice is lost among the clouds of empty talk and cheap perfume that suffocates and fills the room. You play your part, you act your scene, so polished and so sharp and keen, but feel yourself just float away, an actor in a hollow play. And what if you just let it fall, an answer to no one at all? Would they all turn and run in fear if you let your true self appear? Or would one person stay behind and sun awakes, the day is born. A whispered promise in the morn. You try to hold the morning light and keep it from the coming night. You build a dam of stone and sand to make the river understand. You wanna pause to catch your breath, to cheat the certainty of death. But the river flows, it knows its way. It doesn't care for yesterday. It carves the stone and shapes the shore and asks for nothing, nothing more. You can either fight and curse the rain and live a life of bitter pain, or learn to build a simple boat and find the grace and stay in a flow. You gather stones of memory of who you were and used to be. You hold them tight within your hand, the finest treasures in the land. But watch the current, cold and deep, it steals them while you're fast asleep. And what you thought you'd always own is washed away and left alone. And in that moment you might see the current isn't your enemy. It is the path, the guide, the friend on which all journeys must depend. The letting go is not the end, it's just a way to condescend, to be a part of something vast, a fleeting shadow that is cast. But the river flows, it knows its way. It doesn't care for yesterday. It carves the stone and shapes the shore and asks for nothing, nothing more. You can either fight and curse the rain and live a life of bitter pain, or learn to build a simple boat and find the grace and stay in a flow. Stay in a flow. Let it go. Just let the river flow. Flow. The streetlights cast a hazy glow on faces that I used to know. Or maybe they're just strangers too, reflected in the morning dew. I'm walking under skies of gray to chase the ghost of yesterday. My compass spins a frantic dance, a victim of a silent trance. I trace the lines upon a map, a faded and a useless scrap. The ink has bled, the names are gone. From dusk until the break of dawn, I listen for a guiding voice, but all I hear is static noise. A city's hum, a lonely drone, for a direction not my own. And I am lost on roads I don't know, with silent winds and nowhere to go. The signs are written in a tongue that can't be read, that can't be sung. Each corner turn, a brand new maze, lost in the shimmer of the haze. And every step I take feels wrong. Where do I truly belong? I see the life I should have led in words that were profoundly said. A steady hand, a certain heart, a perfectly constructed part. But I'm an actor off the stage, trapped in a gilded empty cage, forgetting all my practiced lines, searching for forgotten signs. Perhaps to be lost is to be free from who I always thought I'd be, to shed the weight of what is known and walk into the great unknown. But freedom feels a lot like fear when no one else is standing near. A hollow space, a chilling breeze, whispering through the naked trees. And I am lost on roads I don't know, with silent winds and nowhere to go. The signs are written in a tongue that can't be read, that can't be sung. Each corner turn, a brand new maze, lost in the shimmer of the haze. And every step I take feels wrong. Where do I truly belong? Where do I belong? The echo fades along, the road goes on and on and on and There's an old wooden chair on the porch in the rain, where we'd sit and we'd talk through the joy and the pain. Now the water runs down in a silvery line on a seat that was yours, but will never be mine. The coffee gets cold in a cup meant for two, and the morning is quiet and empty and new, in a way that I wish it would never have been. A silent and sorrowful, colorless scene. I still hear your laugh in the back of my mind, the wisest and kindest I ever could find. You trace constellations on clear summer nights, and you'd find all the answers and set things to rights. Now the stars are just stars, they are distant and cold, and the stories you told me are starting to feel old. Not because they have faded, but because they're complete. A book I can't add to a bittersweet feat. And I talk to the space that you left here behind, a one-sided chat just to settle my mind. I ask you the questions I already know, and I watch as the seeds of the memory grow. It's a garden I tend to with silence and tears, to keep you beside me throughout all the years. A ghost of a whisper, a trick of the light, to help me get through one more long, lonely night. The world keeps on turning, it doesn't slow down. The people still rush through this hurried old town, and a part of me wants to stand up and to scream. Don't you know that we've woken from a beautiful dream? But the truth is the dream was just ours to command, a small fragile kingdom in a shifting sand. And I'm the sole keeper of all that remains, of the sunshine we share and the soft gentle rains. So I talk to the space that you left here behind, a one-sided chat just to settle my mind. I ask you the questions I already know, and I watch as the seeds of the memory grow. It's a garden I tend to with silence and tears, to keep you beside me throughout all the years. A ghost of a whisper, a trick of the light, to help me get through one more long, lonely night. One more lonely night. Without your old brick walls, they stand the same, whispering a forgotten name on cobblestones where we once ran, before the hurried world began. A hazy sun, a chilling breeze rustles through the autumn trees, and in the dust a faded line, a relic of a younger time.
I see the faces clear and bright, bathed in a golden summer light, and hear the sound of careless schemes, the currency of youthful dreams, a promise made, a song we sang when every heart was wild and young. A fire burned within our eyes, beneath the endless hopeful skies.
And now I walk with the ghost of yesterday. Its silent footsteps lead the way. It speaks in tones I understand, a language lost to time and sand, a bittersweet and hollow sound on this once consecrated ground, the haunting tune of what has been, a silent solitary scene.
The storefronts wear a different face, no sign is left, not any trace of the old haunts we used to know. Where did all the magic go? And in the glass a stranger stare, with silver threads within his hair. He looks at me and seems to plead, to plant a new and hopeful seed. But seeds can't grow in hardened clay, and yesterday won't fade away. It's etched into the very stone, a story that is mine alone. A fool will try to turn the page and fight against the coming age, but time's a river cold and deep, with silent promises to keep.
And so I walk with the ghost of yesterday. Its silent footsteps lead the way. It speaks in tones I understand, a language lost to time and sand, a bittersweet and hollow sound on this once consecrated ground, the haunting tune of what has been, a
silent, solitary scene.
A silent scene. The ghost of yesterday fades in the gray, and walks away.